Oh, honey, buckle up because this one is juicy. Just when you thought Meghan Markle had finally escaped the drama, boom, Balenciaga steps in with lawyers, receipts, and a whole lot of fire. That's right, the luxury fashion giant, the same Balenciaga that rules red carpets and couture runways, is allegedly threatening legal action against none other than the Duchess of Sussex. And sweetie, this isn't your regular celebrity catfight over who wore it better. No, this is a full-blown scandal involving missing designs, mysterious disappearances, and a timeline that's so suspicious it could make a true crime podcaster drool. So let's spill this fashion-flavored tea, shall we? Picture this: Meghan Markle invited to one of Balenciaga's ultra-exclusive private fittings. Now, this isn't just some casual shopping trip. This is the kind of invite that fashion dreams are made of. Balenciaga doesn't just roll out the welcome mat for anyone. We're talking about one of the most powerful, influential, and secretive fashion houses in the world opening their private vault to her, a literal red carpet invitation into their inner sanctum. And inside? Oh baby, it's fashion heaven. Unreleased pieces that haven't even touched a runway yet. We're talking one-of-a-kind couture that represents months, no, years, of artistry, sweat, and creative genius. These are the designs that define seasons and set trends. But then, something goes wrong. Very wrong. Because not long after Meghan's little private viewing, several of those exclusive Balenciaga pieces allegedly vanished. Poof, gone. Like they evaporated into thin air. And then, and tell me this doesn't sound suspicious, barely a week later, Meghan starts being photographed in public wearing outfits that look eerily, and I mean eerily, similar to the missing Balenciaga designs. Same cuts, same silhouettes, same intricate detailing. It's like watching a fashion show déjà vu. Coincidence? Well, Balenciaga certainly doesn't think so. According to sources, the fashion house is furious, and honestly, can we blame them? These aren't Zara samples or department store knockoffs. These are pieces worth more than most people's yearly salaries. We're talking about handcrafted couture, artistic property, not something you can just accidentally walk off with. Now here's where things get spicy. Balenciaga, according to insiders, didn't just gossip about it over champagne. Oh no, they went official. They reached out to Meghan's team multiple times demanding the return of their missing designs. And this wasn't just polite, "Hey, could you check your closet?" energy. These were formal communications, legal letters, documentation, every I dotted, every T crossed. But apparently the response from Camp Sussex, let's just say, not great. Word on the street is Meghan's team either stayed silent, dodged questions, or flat out denied everything. And Balenciaga, they're done being patient. They want their designs back, and they want them now. Now imagine the timing, because that's what makes this story even more explosive. Meghan has been on a mission to rebrand herself, right? She's been trying to shed the royal drama and step into her fashion influencer era. The champion of sustainable fashion, the voice for small designers, the woman of taste and style. She's been preaching about ethics and supporting artisans, about giving credit to creators. So for her to be accused of stealing from one of the biggest fashion houses on earth, girl, that's not just a bad look. That's a PR nightmare with a glitter bow on top. The optics are terrible. Think about it. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, married into one of the most powerful families in history. She could literally call any designer in the world and they'd send her racks of clothing overnight. So why would she need to take something that isn't hers unless there's more to the story? Maybe it was a mix-up. Maybe someone on her team misunderstood what was a loan and what was a gift. Maybe an assistant made a mistake. Or maybe, and this is where things get extra messy, someone thought they could get away with it because of who they are. But here's the thing. The fashion world doesn't play those games. This is an industry built on trust, discretion, and relationships. Designers lend celebrities their masterpieces all the time. You wear it, you pose, you return it, everyone wins. But when someone breaks that sacred rule, the ripple effect is massive. Stylists panic, brands start whispering, and suddenly, the invitations stop coming. And that's exactly what's happening here. Because let's be honest, if it comes to that, Meghan Markle versus Balenciaga in court, that would be the trial of the century. The fashion world would lose its collective mind. But beyond the drama and the headlines, there's something deeper at stake here: precedent. If Balenciaga pushes through and wins, it sends a crystal clear message to every other fashion house. You have the right to protect your art, even from celebrities, even from royalty. Fame doesn't put you above integrity. And that, my dear, could change the entire industry. Right now, the spotlight is on Meghan and her lawyers. The next move is hers, and everyone's waiting to see how she plays it, because this is more than just about clothes, it's about reputation, trust, and whether she can bounce back or become fashion's ultimate cautionary tale. Balenciaga has drawn their line in the sand. They want their designs back, and they're not backing down. So the question is, will the Duchess swallow her pride and make it right? Or are we about to watch the most chaotic legal drama the fashion world has ever seen? Because if Meghan doesn't handle this carefully, she could find herself permanently blacklisted. And when the fashion world shuts its doors on you, honey, they don't just close. They slam, they lock, and they throw away the key. And right now, Meghan Markle might just be standing outside in the cold, realizing no one's coming to open that door again. So now the fashion gates have officially slammed shut. Hard. The whispers, oh baby, they've turned into a roar. The message is loud, clear, and brutal. The fashion world wants nothing to do with Meghan Markle anymore. And let's get this straight. This isn't just a few nasty tabloid rumors. No, this is what happens when you burn bridges in an industry that runs on reputation, trust, and who you know. Once those connections go cold, there's no warming them back up. Sources deep within the fashion scene are saying that Meghan hasn't just ruffled a few feathers, that she's practically scorched the entire nest. Designers who once fought to dress her, they're now running for the hills. Invitations that once flooded her inbox, completely gone. And the most brutal part? Nobody's even pretending to be nice about it anymore. It's icy, silent, done. Insiders are calling the Balenciaga mess the final straw, but let's be honest, this fall from grace didn't happen overnight. The signs were there, the warning lights were flashing. See, Meghan's been trying hard to paint herself as a fashion icon, showing up at big events, dropping designer names, staging photo ops, posing like she's the next big couture muse. But here's the truth. You can't fake your way into the fashion elite. You can't buy it. You can't demand it. You have to be invited. And honey, those invites, they've stopped coming. People inside the fashion world are whispering that her reputation is completely, utterly ruined. Not just a little dent, gone. From Paris to Milan, from London to New York, the verdict is unanimous. Nobody wants to work with her anymore. Designers are ghosting her. Stylists are nervous. PR teams are saying, no thanks. The entire industry has basically frozen her out. And that's what makes this so devastating. Because fashion was supposed to be Meghan's safe space. Her redemption arc, her comeback story. She had the royal connection, the visibility, the influence, the golden ticket every public figure dreams of. She could have had every designer in the world dying to dress her. But somehow she fumbled it. The silence from the industry says it all. When was the last time a major designer praised her publicly? When did you last see her sitting front row at a big show? Or gracing the cover of Vogue, Elle, or Harper's Bazaar without controversy attached? Exactly. You can't remember because it's been that long. She's gone from fashion royalty to persona non grata faster than anyone could have imagined. But hold on, because this story takes an even darker turn. And not just in the world of style. Oh no, the whispers are getting louder about Meghan and Harry's money problems, and honey, if even half of what's being said is true, it's bad. We're talking major financial trouble, the kind that makes luxury living impossible to sustain. Think about it. When they left the royal family, the plan was to cash in on fame. They had the Netflix deal, the Spotify deal, the book deals, the interviews, the merch, everything looked golden. They were building an empire, or so it seemed. But now, those big money deals are crumbling one by one. Spotify, gone. And ugly. Their deal ended in a cloud of controversy. And execs didn't mince words about it. Netflix, hanging by a thread. The content didn't deliver the buzz or the ratings they'd hoped for. The hype's fading, fast. Meanwhile, the bills? Oh, they're still stacking up. The Montecito mansion, the one with the sprawling gardens and ocean views, costs an absolute fortune to maintain. Then you've got private security, staff, legal fees, PR consultants, the whole celebrity lifestyle machine. That stuff doesn't run on fairy dust and photo ops. According to insiders, Meghan and Harry are bleeding money. Their brand deals are drying up, their income streams are shaky, and the lifestyle they've worked so hard to project becoming harder and harder to afford. And losing fashion? That's not just bad for her image, it's a financial disaster. Because here's the truth, fashion collaborations and brand partnerships are where celebrities make serious money. A single ambassador deal with a luxury brand can pull in millions. Meghan could have had that, if not for the scandals. But no brand in their right mind is going to touch her now. She's too controversial, too unpredictable, and too risky. And when trust evaporates in the fashion world, it doesn't just come back because you post a cute photo on Instagram. Now imagine the pressure, having to maintain the image of being successful and thriving, while behind closed doors everything is falling apart. They can't downsize? The world would notice. They can't quietly sell assets. Tabloids would pounce. They can't run back to the royal family, and that would destroy what's left of their independence image. They're trapped, a gilded cage with no key. And honestly, it's heartbreaking, because it didn't have to be this way. Meghan had everything. The fairy tale, the platform, the global admiration. She could have built a legacy that blended Hollywood charm with royal grace, something that inspired people. The fashion industry wanted to embrace her. Designers were lining up. She could have been the next global style icon, the bridge between tradition and modernity. But instead, it's all ashes. Now she's on the outside, watching from afar as the same world that once worshipped her moves on, with new muses, new icons, and new faces to celebrate. And the saddest part, it's not just a PR issue anymore, it's existential. Without fashion, without major deals, without the glow of designer partnerships, what's left? How do they stay relevant? How do they sustain the brand? How do they pay the bills? Those are the uncomfortable questions hanging over them right now. And no amount of polished interviews or inspirational quotes can drown them out. Because behind the smiles and the speeches, the reality seems grim. The fall from grace has been quick, brutal, and possibly irreversible. From Duchess to desperate, from front row darling to fashion exile. The industry has spoken, and when it speaks, it doesn't whisper. Meghan Markle is out, and this time, she's not coming back. And there you have it. The full story of how one of the most glamorous women in the world found herself on the wrong side of fashion's velvet rope. Balenciaga's lawsuit might just be the headline, but underneath it lies something much deeper, a cautionary tale about ego, reputation, and how quickly power fades when trust is lost. Because in the glittering, ruthless world of high fashion, you can have fame, money, and connections, but once you lose credibility, darling, it's over.